This is a Headgum podcast.
What's our podcast? What's it gonna be about?
Tell us.
What's our podcast? What should we talk about?
With Beck and Kyle.
Do. Check it out now. Do. Check it out now.
That's a great new song, Kyle. Or was that your impression of our theme song or something?
No, I thought it would be a fun way to sort of get into into things.
Do. Check it out now. Do.
Yeah, you do it great.
I'm sorry, man. Did I hurt your feelings?
No. I just wanted you to like it, and I can't tell if you liked it.
Oh, I know. I loved it. I thought it was an amazing song and a
because
perfect.
it sounded like you were sort of making fun of it.
No. I wasn't making fun of it at all. I think it was really, really interesting.
Okay, do you want to sing it with me?
Yeah, let's go. 2, 3, 4.
Oh.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Do. Check it out. You didn't start at the same time as me.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Do. Check it out now. Do. Check it out now.
Dude. That was great, dude.
Yeah.
And we can sing it with our guest today if you want.
Yeah. Were you going to say with Seth Meyers?
With Seth Meyers. We can sing it with Seth Meyers.
He's not our guest today. But...
No, but like we know Seth from SNL and everything, so we can go to New York and sing it with Seth Meyers if he wants. But dude, it's great to see you as always.
Yeah, man. It's still,
really so cool to see you.
We're still like chugging along like buddies for so long. It's been amazing.
We're chugging along buddies for so long. Yeah, that's how I've always. He's one of my chugging along buddies for so long.
Yeah.
No, but it's great to see you. How was your weekend?
I saw some friends. I got to say, I got on an airplane last night and it kept on getting delayed.
Oof. Were you sitting on it? Like
No. We were in the waiting area outside of the gate.
Yeah.
Moved gates.
Oof.
But then we finally, so it was a flight that I guess would have gotten me to Burbank at 8:55 p.m.
Okay.
And I ended up getting in at probably like 1 a.m.
Oof. It's not good.
Just with a child in the house, like so I got home at 1:30. And I'm buzzing because like I'm going to see my friend Beck tomorrow and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I didn't sleep incredibly well. Then you got to get up early because my daughter wakes up pretty early. So I'm a little I'm running on empty as they say.
You look great. You sound great. The vibes are amazing. I think we're gonna have another awesome episode to the podcast.
Do you really feel that way? That is really, really special to hear that.
Yeah, dude. You always turn it on, no matter what. You're always there. You're always Kyle.
Cool. Can I reframe this? Turn it around.
Yeah, flip it around.
Dude, you have been I have been. It's.
Thank you, dude. That's amazing. That's so nice of you to say about me. And I'm gonna like print that out and put it in a little frame. No, but
really, it's really special. I'm being like when you. Because first, I remember when I first saw you.
Yeah, in college, in
doing
September.
Improv and sketch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
cool to see you.
Yeah, man.
Come along.
Yeah, man. Sort of sounds like.
Yeah, man.
Doesn't Jeff Bridges talk like that? Yeah, man.
Yeah. It's great to see you, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's Jeff Bridges. Pretty good.
Well, that's sort of Jimmy Stewart dog.
Yeah, Jeff Bridges. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good impression.
Okay, let's go. Let's hit our itinerary here.
Yeah, let's definitely hit the itinerary.
Last episode was with we did a fashion podcast with Meg Stelter,
and I thought it was pretty cool. Meg was awesome.
Meg was.
I don't know if
really
we're going to
funny.
stick with the fashion podcast, but it was. Fashion Boys.
Oh yeah.
Was that
that sounds right.
Yeah, but it could definitely be a segment at some point.
Okay.
But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how things progress. Maybe it'll be one of our better options. We'll see.
Yeah, we still sort of haven't figured out what the like end game is here.
Or how to podcast or whatever. Oh crap!
No. I just said at the beginning. You made it seem like I'm bringing some energy, and now it's like no, it seems like you're not so as sure about kind of what we're doing here.
No, I know exactly what we're doing, and it's vibing and it's feeling great. I was just messing around.
Oh my gosh, that's such a
huge relief. Yeah,
because I was sweating over
yeah.
here.
You were like, I could see you clam up immediately.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, no, but life is crazy.
Yeah, how are you? I didn't really get to ask you.
Yeah, no, thank you. Life is good. As we talked about, Superman came out this last weekend, and your boy's in Superman.
Yeah, we didn't.
So go check it out. Even though by the time this comes out, it probably won't be in theaters, but go check it out on streaming.
Yeah, Beck plays Steve Lombard, works at the Daily Planet.
That's right.
And I'm gonna see it.
Yeah, gonna see it at some point. Just as long as you see it in the next couple
of course,
years.
I wish I should have gone this weekend. I was out of town, and I want to see it. I want to support you. I'm so excited for you. The press, the reviews, the culture at large, the response, the feedback, it just feels like very positive. And I know you were thinking about what's it going to be like when it's finally out there in the world. And I'm so happy that it's been a positive reaction and response.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, me too. And like I told you, I'm different now. I'm kind of more of a number one at the box office kind of guy.
Right.
So there are gonna be changes.
And how will that affect you and I? Out of curiosity?
I'm pretty sure that like I'll be late to things,
right? And maybe it's yeah.
And I won't be responding.
You're gonna
even though I wasn't
friends.
responding that well before to texts and phone calls and stuff. It'll be worse now. And I'll kind of like disappear.
Yeah.
For weeks. At a time, but it's all good, and it just kind of comes with the territory. And just don't take it personally. And I know you won't, because you're good, and I can tell by the facial expressions you're making. You got this.
I'm good. I don't really, because like I feel like people are like, oh, you need somebody in your corner.
Yeah, Well, what do you mean by that? Like, what do they mean? Somebody on your inner corner. And how does that relate to the?
Well, I feel like some people like to have a buddy or whatever, and it's like for me, I'm kind of cool to be off on my own.
Yeah, that's what's made you so special. Is that you don't need any buddies. You can be all by yourself.
No, I never needed any buddies.
Yeah. Well,
who's coming in
who's
today?
Coming in today? Sam Fragoso is coming in today. Is our guest. Very excited to talk to him. Sam is an incredible podcaster and interviewer.
Yeah, maybe we could learn something.
I think so too. But he does these incredible long form interviews, intimate conversations, and we don't have as much time as he does. And we don't. There's two of us, we're kind of juggling the responsibilities.
We're also trying to do a lot. Do you know what I mean? I feel like, and not to undermine the incredible work that someone like Sam does,
No
but
way.
Like, that's an interview, right?
Yeah, that's an interview.
We got this thing that we're doing right now.
Sure.
Where we're always trying to figure out how to fill up this time, or I don't know how you feel about it.
Yeah, a little bit. It's fun to just riff and
but sometimes the riffing's going to be whoa, and other times it's going to be like whoa.
Yeah, it's going to be like we've heard that.
Yeah, right.
It's going to be you did that again.
I do wonder if the audiences will ever be like you guys had nothing today.
Yeah, you got to like maybe we'll get some of those notes, and that's okay.
Yeah,
like you guys got to come in.
Are you going to be reading if there's like a Reddit? Are you going to read it?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go deep.
Why?
Deep down, just to bring myself down.
So it's not gonna make you feel good.
Oh yeah, there's no way that the Reddit makes me feel better about myself. It's only gonna make me feel worse.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess because what is the best case scenario?
These guys are amazing. I love them so much. Right? Something like that.
I guess the best case scenario is like it moves outside of Reddit and it is like a cult. It's like trending like Superman or something like that.
That would be great if we could get Superman numbers on this podcast. But like I think they had like a $100 million marketing campaign. And I don't think Headgum
do we have a budget marketing wise?
Close to that.
For this? That's amazing. Well,
but
get ready
that
to
also
strap on your red.
That also means that if it doesn't do well with that sort of budget, muscle behind it, then it's embarrassing.
Then we're gonna have trouble getting a podcast at another network.
Yeah.
Again. Yeah. So we got to make this work.
Yes.
Okay. Good to know. Pressure much?
Oh yeah, but all of this to say that like an interview is sort of straightforward. We have all these little parts, which could be, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. We do this, then we sort of have an interview moment with our guest.
Right, but it's kind of a hangout.
Yeah.
It's kind of,
and
there's not the pressure
they tell us their idea. Oh, by the way, this is What's Our Podcast with Beck and Kyle.
Right, in case you don't know what you're listening to or why you're here. This is,
It's a show where we bring on guests to help try to figure out what our podcast should be about.
The mystery. Yeah.
Are you okay?
No. No, I'm fine. Yeah. Just doing a voice. Oh, the mystery of the podcast.
It's a good voice.
Pretty cool.
They really like the voice.
Yeah, Anya really like that.
Oh my gosh, that voice!
Who is that guy?
Anya really likes the voice. Let's hear the voice again.
Hello, Anya. This is tickling your funny bone.
Is that the same voice?
I think I got a little excited. I really put the pedal to the metal on it. I lost it now. But yeah, hopefully Sam could, give us some little pieces of info, pieces of insight, and what's the word that I'm looking for? Pieces of advice.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be great it's going to be great to have Sam on, and maybe he'll give us some pieces of shit about podcasting that we can I don't know. Do
you think you've got, this is we're probably on episode 9-ish or something like that?
Something like that. And who knows, maybe it's airing.
Do you think you're better than episode 1?
I don't know. I think I'm calmer, but I don't know if that's going to be serving me actually. I think it could be better to be just pushing, you know what I mean?
Well, you've got that post-Superman.
I've got that post-Superman vibe. I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't really need to
I don't even need to be here.
I don't need to be here. I don't need to bring it.
I already have so many good things happening in my life. This is actually I've got to support my friend Kyle and his little thing.
Exactly. But you never know. In a couple weeks, we record some more episodes. I might be no jobs have come from Superman or anything like that. And I'm really scared again about my career, and I'm really trying to make this.
Because you were scared before Superman came out.
No. I feel good.
Lucky
Are you
son.
scared about your career?
I'm always thoughtful about it.
I'm scared of your career. I'm afraid of my career.
I wish I liked it. There's something nice when we worked at Saturday Night Live. That was a regular gig. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Because you were there for what, 8 years?
Yeah. And you were there for what, 9 years?
Yeah, that was incredible.
That was.
I'm just thinking of all the people that came through 30 Rock.
Yeah, The Rock.
Yes, well, we called it The Rock, but also Dwayne Johnson did appear on the show.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's kind of made me think of The Rock. I gave him a piggyback ride in a promo.
Dude, me and my friends were watching that last week.
Oh, you were watching the promo with me and Dwayne?
When we were passing it around online.
It's so amazing how I'm able to.
Yeah, we were passing it around online.
If you were watching it with your friends, in a together, then I wouldn't call that passing it around online.
No, we watched it and then we passed it around online.
Yeah, man, I've been passing that around online. It sounds like
it's really fun when you're giving him he's giving you the piggyback. It's great.
And so, just recently, you've been passing that promo
me and
around.
My friends, a bunch of them were watching.
It sounds like you were maybe. Why'd you push the mic away like that?
Yeah.
Now it's too close. Now, hands are up in the air. He's looking back.
Ride.
He's about to flip over the couch. Well, thank you for the support of mine.
They didn't put me in a lot of promos. I always kind of wanted to confront them about it, but I never got around to saying anything.
Wait, you were going to ask them? Why am I not more promos? Yeah.
But then it got to the point, it was late enough in my time there that it's I don't even know that I want to be spending whatever that was, a Tuesday or Thursday. I don't want to be there earlier and spend more. I love the job, okay, but it was so demanding that more hours could take away from the little free time you had.
Maybe they wanted to keep you mysterious.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah. They wanted to protect your brand. And, yeah.
Yeah, and it's helping out. I mean, of course, I got the podcast thing happening. It's been a good run. I got the podcast thing happening for the time being.
And you had SNL for 9 years.
We don't exactly know what the response to the podcast is yet. We're hoping a lot of people are into it. But they sort of kept me hidden up from the promo stuff. But like just. Knowing about the rock sort of giving you a piggyback ride, like there's so much amazing stuff that happened, and it was a great time.
Yeah, it was such a great run at the show, and I'm sorry about you not getting more promos, brother. But
what's up? I'm Kyle Mooney. Wait, I guess the cast member wouldn't.
I'm
say
sorry.
that.
What was that? Oh, you were doing a promo?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Can you be a host or something?
Yeah, be like, what's up? I'm Dwayne Johnson.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm Dwayne The Rock Johnson. And this week, I'll be hosting Saturday Night Live with musical guest Lil Baby.
Hey, Dwayne, I noticed your name's The Rock, and I could see you got a rock down there. Are you
talking about in my pants, Kyle?
Are you hard right now, or is that just how you're shaped?
Well, tune in this Saturday to find out if this is just how I'm shaped or if I'm rock hard.
If I'm
Dwayne the Johnson, the rock hard.
And then was it the baby? Who's the guest?
And Lil Baby. Or is Lil Baby?
No, they're both. They're both. And then Lil Baby's he's like, okay.
Yeah. That's a good Lil Baby impression. So Lauren, if you're listening, which you are, consider Kyle for bringing him back for some promos. That would be an interesting thing. I bet people wouldn't even realize that you were like gone. They'd be like, "Oh, I guess Kyle's
I still get. I mean, like certainly when sometimes I get stopped. When I flew out of LA on Friday, that there was a nice bartender at the restaurant that I was sitting at, and he was like, "Oh, are you from Saturday Night Live?" I was like, "Yeah, I am." Like, do you live out here, or you live in New York then, right? Like, I think he was, I think, under the impression that I was still on the show, and that does happen.
That happens a lot. Yeah. Well, we're not on the show anymore. We have our own show. It's called What's Our Podcast, and Sam's about to be here.
That was a great seg.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we'll just wait we don't have to keep going.
Right, he's here.
Oh, he's here. Let's go. Let's bring him on in.
We're recording this?
We're going.
Yeah,
we're
sorry.
Just going.
We're not
okay?
trying to like scare you.
You're not. You're not going to scare me.
Okay. Great. Yeah.
On a podcast,
he's an absolute pro. He's
no,
sat down with some of the
maybe
heaviest
later you'll scare me.
Right.
Yeah.
But this is not scary.
What do they call that? Like, what is that phrase of like kind of just surprising?
The sit-in?
Is that what it's referred to as?
Yeah, I like Pete Holmes does that.
Yeah.
When you go on.
Yeah.
And he just starts talking about magic mind or whatever the hell he talks about.
Yeah. Is that something you take to make your mind stronger?
You would have to ask him. I've never taken it, but I think that's right.
Yeah.
I've been getting
Instagram ads.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, I want to try that stuff. I would love for my.
I actually think I don't know if this is going to make it to the final version of this episode, but I think they reached out to me for a potential
sponsorship
partnership.
Dude, cool.
Congrats! I think it's so like you finally made it.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I mean, like they're doing really cool stuff. I'm not exactly sure what the product is.
Yeah,
but it's actually really incredible.
You went from don't know to doing really cool stuff.
Yeah,
so quickly.
The team's great. By
the way, the power of money, like right there.
Power of money, yeah,
amazing.
It tastes so. It's such a different way of something to taste.
And again, you haven't tasted it.
I know. I have not yet. I haven't tried the new one.
And they're not paying you or anything, but you're.
It's potentially going to be a brand partnership.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so you had the prototype. It sounds like
no, not exactly. It's going to potentially be a brand partnership. They've reached out.
Oh, they've reached out. That's great. Have they offered any money?
I haven't heard. I gave them my manager's info. I'm still waiting to hear, but this could be something special. And like, certainly I'd love to hook all you up with some Magic Mind product.
Mm-hmm. That's great, man. Congratulations.
Thanks.
That's great.
And I want to shout out the person who sent me the message from Magic Mind.
Thank you so much for reaching out to Kyle. He needs everything that he can get. Well, I'm glad we could get all into this. This is really interesting stuff, Sam. Thanks for telling us.
Sam, how did you... So...
I think it's good you guys have like a presenting sponsor already. It's amazing.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's a possibility. We don't know.
Right.
Yeah. We'll talk to our producers. You'll talk to somebody.
Fantastic.
It almost the way you said that was like you just discovered the word producers.
Yeah, that's
Our
pretty accurate.
Producers, right? That's who they
Right.
are. Yeah,
So
no,
were
I'm
you
getting it.
were you a like a you're
So-
a film enthusiast?
I
filmmaker.
made some
filmmaker.
stuff. Yeah. And in high school I started as like a film critic.
Yeah.
I was super popular and
Right.
and then I kind of became an entertainment journalist after that. I guess in high school. I was basically like the kid in Almost Famous. I'd write the cold emails to like Vanity Fair and be like, I want to do this, and then be like, I don't know who this is, maybe.
Wow.
And then
so sometimes, but you would get
I
you,
totally
you
got
were published
work.
as a high schooler.
Senior year of high school, freshman year of college.
Damn, that's
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah.
And so, like,
They never ask like what your age is.
Right.
They're just happy to pay someone not a lot of money
Yes.
That's
I'm
that
sure.
Almost
Yeah,
Famous
that
stuff.
makes sense.
To
You're
do
like,
work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just let me.
Didn't
wait,
get laid though, like on assignment.
And-
It's like that's the part of the movie where you're like,
Oh,
that
right.
sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Right.
And
And that's why you get into it, but then it doesn't happen, and you're like, why am I doing this?
Yeah, I mean, I went to Sundance a couple times. I was like, the girls part that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
I'm just waking up at 9:30 to watch like Brigsby Bear or something.
Oh wow.
That's pretty cool, though. You
You
gotta
saw
love
that?
that.
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh, thanks for watching it. Beck's in it.
Yeah.
Breck's in it.
You can call me Breck if you want.
Are you nervous?
No.
no, Kyle's not nervous. Kyle,
The guys from Magic Mind might be listening.
he's spiraling about all the Magic Mind stuff. He's like, did I ruin the
you have
partnership?
taken Magic Mind. Yeah.
So you grew up in Los Angeles, right?
I grew up in Chicago. Let me give it a bridge version. Yeah, I grew up in Chicago, and then around 15, I moved to California with my mother because our family, there was a divorce.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've been through that.
Yeah. It wasn't the first one either. I think we were on number 2 at that point.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that?
It's traumatic.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Same.
I was hoping we could work it out here
Yeah.
today.
yeah. We don't have
I
time
feel
for
like
that,
it's-
actually.
yeah.
No, yeah, get into it. I'm,
You mean you did the couch?
yeah.
probably affects the relationships you're in now
Mhm. Yeah.
to some degree.
Yeah, I think there's a fundamental brokenness. I think is what you're
Yeah.
getting at. Yeah.
Did it have anything to
Parents
do?
are still together.
Yeah, parents. And
That honestly tracks.
yeah, I'm feeling good about myself and
Plus
life.
with
It
the
all
Su-
works
plus with
out
the
if your parents
Superman
stay together.
stuff.
Yeah. We're talking about how Superman came out this weekend. And it's because they asked me if my parents were still together before they cast me.
I feel like that shouldn't be allowed.
I know. But they do their due diligence.
It is
and I
kind of
respect that.
marriage discrimination.
Yeah.
What part of
I haven't seen
California?
the movie yet. How is that?
It's great. I loved it. Yeah.
What are you doing there?
I play Steve Lombard, a sports writer.
Works for the Daily
a
Planet.
reporter. I work
That's
for the Daily
perfect.
Planet.
That's a great job.
Yeah, I have a big old mustache and I'm a loud mouth.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect. That makes total sense. I grew up in the south side of Chicago. to
South
answer
side
your
of Chicago.
Yeah, and
North side,
but
south side.
split between my parent. My mom lived in the suburbs. Father lived on the south side, and then
And which suburb did your mom live in?
it was called Burr Ridge.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Where did you grew up in Illinois? Right?
Yeah, Wilmette and Winnetka.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know those places.
Yeah.
I mean, I know
Burr
I know the names.
Yeah.
I know the names. Kyle, you didn't grow up in Illinois, but do you want to say you did?
Yes.
Well, I whenever I meet somebody from the Chicago area, I ask them where they're from, and sometimes I'll say "Go Trevians." That's his high school team.
yeah. That's the high school mascot. Yeah, that I grew up with.
They're
But
at
do you know the
New Trier.
Trevians? Do you know New Trier?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, I do know New Trier. Yeah.
Big
what,
high school.
What the hell is Trevians? Is that their mascot?
That's their mascot
What
from
is
Trevia.
a Trevian?
the warrior from Trevia, the old civilization around near Roman times.
It's weird. The more details you give, the less I understand.
I know.
The little Trevias.
The little Trevias.
Yeah.
Is that what they call
No, they're
you?
huge actually. The Trevians. Yeah, that's all.
And
I
you
know.
you grew up in San Diego?
Yes.
Okay. I did some research about you two today.
Amazing.
Well, you have to do
A lot.
You're better at research that we could learn from you.
We basically do very little.
Obviously.
But that's the premise of the show. Aren't
Right,
we
we're
finding
hanging
it
out.
Yeah.
It's less of
together?
an in-depth
Yeah.
interview. It's more of a hangout, loose.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Well, I've got 2 questions.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, where in California did you land?
I landed in Fresno, California.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
For a time, and right, your mother was from there, right? And she was like a very good journalist and such,
my mom,
right?
not as much. No.
Was that someone?
My mom's a
Your
yes,
mom.
yes.
Sorry, I got that
No,
confused.
that's
Yeah.
fine.
And I was reading all about your mother was like this trailblazing reporter in San Diego or something or another.
Yeah,
It sounded amazing. It sounded amazing.
And she did sports, right?
She was the first female sports writer in San Diego.
So she was the Steve Lombard.
That's just that she was the Steve Lombard of San Diego.
Original Steve Lombard. Yeah, I do think that.
What was the original Steve Lombard?
Yeah.
See, if I was on my show, I would not have got that fact wrong. I would have known.
Yeah.
But because you would have not known the Fresno San Diego of it all is what you're saying.
I would have just known that was your mother, not his, but I only read it once today.
Yes.
Yeah. We're not expecting that for you to come in having research on us.
So let us show up for you guys.
I mean, already it is impressive. You are living up to your reputation by having done.
And so, let's
why did I land in Fresno? Is that what you're going to ask?
No, that's not. But I get that. I like you pitching stuff because that's maybe where I should go. I'm actually going to go to a little bit of slight tangent.
Okay.
And so sort of circle back to the research of it all.
Okay.
You have, let's say, Seth Rogen is your guest on your show. What is in the let's say week leading up to that episode? How many hours of research are you doing? When does the research start? When does it end? Etc.
It's well, because we make one a week. You have, I'm sure it's not like that dissimilar to the structure you guys had on SNL, where it's like you have as much time as you can, and the time is like 5 days to do it the best you can for the amount of time you have, and then you have to let it go.
Right.
So like we have, I think we do 52 a year, maybe it's 45. It's too much. So that week it's all age dependent. So if someone's like under 50, it's like, okay, that's like 10 to 15 hours. They're over 50, it's like 20 to 30 hours. It's all like how long they've lived and how long they've worked. With him, he started so young that I think it was a lot of prep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you go ahead.
Well, I actually fully cut you off. I want you to go ahead. I do have something locked in.
Okay. Do you start with like something that interests you the most, or do you start like from the beginning and, what's your angle into really getting into the
Good question.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah,
bud.
great stuff.
Yeah, great. We're
Great
doing
stuff.
great. This is amazing.
Yeah, I don't know. I think with him, we do get, well, I'm sure you guys are pitching people when you're inviting people on. I think the only thing I care about is I have to have an initial interest in them.
Yeah.
Like I can't be talked into a guest.
Right. Well, because I would imagine after all this time, that's a lot of work to do. And if you're not interested, that's why I was wondering if you start with that point of interest, because if you're not and you're just like reading facts and researching them, that would get boring, especially.
Terrible. And if you're not interested and you have to pretend to like the new terrible thing that they're in, I just can't. I'm just not a good enough actor at that. So I think with him, it was probably Freaks and Geeks. And then from there, it goes into, it's really insane. I think if it wasn't for this, if I didn't have the show and you saw some of the like documents on the computer, you'd be like, there's a restraining order maybe.
Yeah.
And it's pretty comprehensive. So like everyone gets what we call like a brief, and it's about 10 to 15,000 words in chronological order. So basically any and everything you could find about someone on the record from birth to age that they are now is in there. And that's like, pulling from other interviews, looking at the other podcasts, rewatching some of the stuff.
Yeah.
Which is what we do, which is what we'll do when both of you have to come on Talk Easy.
I would love to.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to.
Would be
it's a little like Nardwuar-like.
Yeah.
If you guys are familiar with Nardwuar.
Yeah.
It's like Nardwuar meets Terry Gross meets Dick Cavett, I think is basically how I think of the show. The main thing I say, which you guys can totally steal, but I took from Terry Gross, is I tell every guest, like, if you start saying something and you don't love how you're saying it, just go back and say it the way you want to say it.
Interesting.
And you'll make everyone's lives, like your editors will be happy. You don't have to like, you're not in a corner.
Yeah.
And I immediately just kind of let that be an out for anyone.
Yeah.
Because I don't want them to feel trapped. Like I want to learn
into how
something.
they started the answer, and maybe they're rambling and they don't like
Yeah,
it.
they
They're
don't
like, you know
like
what, I
it.
want to reset. I want to go back and start over.
Because the goal is to get to know someone and to get like to the essence of who they are.
Right.
The only people I don't offer that to is like politicians. Because I don't think they deserve that.
Sure. You want to get the honest.
I mean, we hired them.
Yeah. That is true.
That's enough already.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel that with having people in and being new to this and just like creating conversation and going with it. And then sometimes I feel like I'll be like a minute or two down a conversation of like, we're just kind of going back and forth here. It feels natural to me, but is this of any interest to a listener?
I have some questions for you guys, but is that allowed here?
Oh yeah, please.
Okay.
There's no rules.
So I guess my question is, I guess the first thing that came to mind was, why?
Why do this podcast?
Yeah,
Great question.
and I don't mean that in a I've loved you guys since I was like in high school. Like
That's very
think
sweet.
you guys are great,
Thanks.
and I'm sure it's going to be a very successful show, made even better, of course, by your producers. I just mean like of this premise, this is pretty hard. Like you're reinventing the wheel every time.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it is. Thank you so much.
It's tough to tell whether that was a compliment, Beck.
No, I think I'm going to take it as one.
Yeah,
I would say
I think
that it
that's-
is an original idea. I think this idea, we were like, how do we like, what context do we have for a podcast? There's so many, and I think that we have always had this like felt comfortable in a meta world where we're like being aware of what we're doing and we're calling it out a little bit. And I think there was like a built-in joke there. Like, we don't know what our podcast is and we're doing a podcast and we don't know what it is and we're trying to figure it out. Like that, I feel like allowed us to not feel self-conscious about starting a podcast because there's so many podcasts.
Yeah.
But then getting into it and actually trying a new podcast every time does come with an amount of stress that
It's
I'm
very
like,
hard.
this is uncomfortable. I don't know how much I like this.
I think once you're like in this, but we've obviously not pitched your podcast idea yet. Once we're there, you're gonna sort of see that it's stupider than you think it is.
Yeah, it's very
So
loose.
it might not be as challenging as you think.
We kind of do these.
So you think it's gonna be stupider than I think it is?
Yeah.
Well, if you're thinking like you're gonna do a whole podcast on the assassination of Abraham Lincoln, like it's gonna be 15 seconds of us being like,
we all love Abraham Lincoln.
Top
He's the guy
guns.
with the top hat. Let's do it. Let's get into the assassination.
I did read a couple of biographies in preparation for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
if from a broader, is the question, why did you choose this specific premise, or why did you decide to do a podcast, or both?
No.
because
The first part, I just think I get you two making podcasts. It's a lift every time.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, go ahead.
But maybe that's exciting.
I think
It's
so.
a
I
little
think
exciting.
I think to what Beck is saying, when we decided like, oh, maybe we should try to do a podcast together. I think like it immediately felt right that it, in theory, if it could be subversive, that's what would make it worthwhile.
Yeah, it has a little like Larry Sanders Show
yeah.
influence in my head. That's what first thing I thought of.
And I think we are, we're working on it and trying to get better, but we don't know what we're doing. So
And
that allows that.
Yes,
looseness to
it
be
does
a
allow
part
it
of
to be shitty.
Yeah.
To some regard.
Yeah, no, I'm keeping that in mind. But but I do think it's kind of amazing how many comedians or like people in comedy have a podcast, and you're like, what is this about?
Yeah.
And your show is going, we don't know.
Right.
Yeah. On some level, it's like a larger existential podcast.
I
Like,
think that's
we don't know
right.
what we're doing.
I think you're making
What are
an
we?
admission at the top
Yeah.
that you don't know, and I find that very. It sounds like I'm being sarcastic. I'm not.
Yeah.
I kind of love it.
No,
Well,
that's great. Thank you.
When we talked about this show and when we were pitching it, and even when Beck and I talk about it, to me, the ultimate version of it, I don't know whether we've achieved this or whether we will achieve this, is that we are vulnerable about ourselves as performers and as podcasters and even as humans, and that like, if you could get to a moment where like the audience can understand like, oh, they are struggling or they did figure something out, that could be rather endearing. So that is exciting, just the idea of that.
Remember that interview series you did where you were like at the movie convention, and you were like,
we've sort of dubbed them the awkward interviews.
right, the awkward interviews.
Yes.
Yeah, and that was the working title of Talk Easy before I started it too.
Wow.
Was that those were good?
Oh,
and
thank
there was
you.
a confidence there. You're confident in doing your thing.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Which
that.
is amazing because your thing is like, it's like, what? And he's like, he's confident in that? That's so cool. I can't believe that he can be confident in that. That's like amazing.
And I was going to say that, but I think it's much better coming from him.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah. And that's what I'm here for.
All I can do is me. That's the reality.
Kyle, that has been an expression that Kyle has used throughout his life. You do you.
Yeah, and how does it feel to kind of share the real you now?
Yeah. The real.
That was scary. Sam is, of course, referring to my music project.
Of course.
Intimidating because like that truly is what I've always wanted to sort of focus on and care about. And I think people sort of imagine me in a certain way and think of my art in a very specific way and what I do. And I've dedicated so much of my life to comedy, but to like kind of put something out there that is actually sincerely me and is something that is not a bit or anything like that. It's just like, this is the art that I want to put out into the world. It was scary, but people have been very sweet about it. So it's been really awesome.
I enjoyed it. I'm curious, Beck, did you feel like the album lined up with the real Kyle that you know and love?
No, I think that real Kyle is maybe the Kyle he thinks of himself as, that he wants to put out there, but the real Kyle is not like that.
I disagree.
No, I do think that. I mean, you know, Kyle contains multitudes.
Yeah,
and I do think that is a genuine side of him for sure. Kyle,
but you think there is a distance between the one you know and the one that he thinks he is?
You know, I don't know. I haven't seen the live show also. So like,
oh yeah, I want to see that.
So I don't know the Kyle.
I'll list you guys
that he puts out there, but in clips I've definitely.
Well, Beck says he's going to do one of the shows.
Yeah. I'm planning on it.
Are you gonna? Do you play guitar or something? Or?
I don't play guitar. I mean, I do make music.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
What kind of music?
It's kind of all over the place, but it started out as pop rock, and it's a pop influence for sure.
And who made the theme song of your show?
Kyle and I did.
Oh.
Yeah, I sing on it. We call it singing, and
I would call it singing.
Yeah, and Kyle. Good. Thank you. And Kyle made the beats.
Was that your first musical collaboration?
Is it?
No,
couldn't have been.
We definitely did some stuff. I think at the show, and there was some Good Neighbor stuff we did.
Oh yeah, for sure. But you remember when we were recording, when we were filming "Clothes Are Holes"?
Yes.
We were on stage. There was a piano there, and you were noodling around a little bit, and I was singing while you were playing, and we were coming up with songs. It was pretty beautiful.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was very cool.
Are we gonna cut that in post?
I mean, I don't think we have the footage, behind the scenes footage, but you know, I could definitely see some bigger collaborations between me and Kyle in the future.
Yeah, that'd be really exciting. I think I've always thought you're such a creative artist, and I can't wait to hear more from you.
Jesus, that was like the nicest thing said in the meanest way. I always said that you were an incredible artist.
By the way, that is how.
Okay, Jesus.
That is how every.
For the listeners, Kyle was trying to touch me.
Yeah, but you consented, I think.
Yeah, I consented. Yeah.
That is how every bad interviewer ends their podcast. It's like, well, it's been great, and like we really can't wait to see what comes next for you. And
it's really great to see you and everything.
I'm sure you guys have done interviews like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That was amazing. This is like, I want to add something before we get into the show within a show.
Yeah. It's nice that you can sense that like the transition is coming almost. Like you
knew.
Yeah, I can feel your body language.
And I will say, I felt this is the most comfortable I've felt in any of our podcasts.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, I think I've
Kyle
definitely
does not agree.
I've laughed more. There have been ones that were like goofier or like sillier or like bigger conversations or whatever, but this has definitely been the most chill, and I think that's a strength.
This movie's the number one at the box office.
Yeah, I think maybe it's because I'm number one at the box office, but globally.
Right,
but no, Sam. Obviously, it has to do with you as well. I think he does have like a
right.
Yeah,
because we're taping this right on the heels.
He's flying.
Superman.
He's flying high.
Yeah.
where you
close
play
to
a
the sun.
journalist. Yeah, literally.
Yeah, he's in the comics since the 70s. He's a really big deal. His name's Steve Lombard, sports writer at the
I heard he has a mustache.
big one. Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
one of the
God.
biggest in the DCU.
Oh my god!
Kyle, is this hard for you to see him kind of like rise to these new heights?
Yeah, because Kyle was in Zoolander too, and I wasn't, and that was
Because Kyle, like, yeah, you like directed a movie for A24, but like
He's Steve Lombard. And
Yeah.
the reception's been really great.
yeah, it's been amazing.
and then the parallels to your mother seem the journalist.
yeah,
Yeah, that's I actually didn't put that together. And that shows the insight that Sam has.
right.
I
didn't even have that insight. I should have.
you know what? I'm so happy for Beck, and I don't want to throw you under the bus.
No, brother, do
I feel like-
your thing.
I feel like last week, he mentioned that he was feeling some vulnerabilities, and like you're seeing him like fully on the other side of it, and it's like, yeah, I'm like,
life is good.
life is a highway.
Yeah, all right. Life is a Superman highway. I want to fly on it all night. Something like that.
So I'm. So you know the premise of the show.
Yeah.
We're not sure what our podcast should be about, and so we have invited you today to maybe help us figure out a good podcast. So what are you thinking?
So I have two things.
Yes.
The first one I came up with was like, this is like a show that someone is going to do, or maybe they're already doing it, but it's called like Off Air, and it would be all the sketches and bits that were cut for time in your time at SNL, and like, or whatever sketches like were good at table, killed the table, but didn't go to rehearse or
right.
whatever the hell.
Yeah.
And like that's its own kind of show. I feel like someone has done that, or I could see someone doing it. I know like
Yeah.
Spade and Carvey do a
Right.
SNL show,
Right.
but people love that.
Yes.
Yes, they do.
I don't think I would be good at doing that show. So the show I thought of was just around nostalgia, because I thought the two of you have made so much work. I was thinking of the Brigsby Bear film, the Y2K movie I was watching, and also in part when I think of the two of you, I am nostalgic for a time in high school when I was like in love with Good Neighbor stuff.
Yeah.
But you guys have made a lot of work about that time, about like that kind of teenage period.
Yeah.
So that's what I came up with. We can do something else also.
Yeah, let's do something else. I don't I don't like those. What else you got? No, that's great. That's great. And I feel like it could be nostalgia, maybe in the context like of our previous work, or maybe it's just nostalgia in general.
Up to you guys. Yeah, I think like it could be nostalgia about your previous work. It could be like the things that you guys were obsessed with, that high school period.
Yeah.
You're both born in '84, right?
Yeah.
So you probably had a lot of similar
Yeah.
passions. I don't know. But that in my head, based on the stuff you guys have made, that's what I came up with.
That's a great
Okay.
idea. And I think that works. Yeah.
It's a great starting point, and we'll see you guys on our when we have a new podcast.
Called nostalgia. It's about
We don't
nostalgia.
know what it's-
We're gonna go
it's
do. We'll
about
see if it's gonna be our podcast forever now.
How's everybody doing? My name is Kyle Mooney.
And what's up? It's the B-Man, Beck Bennett. Here. What's up? What's gotten you giggling, my man? What's up?
You know what? I'm just sorry. I got to be honest. I was thinking about something from back in the day, and it sort of warms my heart. I guess you could say I was feeling a little
nostalgic.
That's what it's all about. You told us.
Nostalgia.
Podcast.
Yeah.
That's what we'll talk about. With Beck and Kyle.
Nice. Yes. I nailed that opening. Dude,
great work, man.
Here we are to talk about, thank you. You great work too with the opening. Here we are to talk about a different time. A time that we're nostalgic for. Is nostalgia, I guess nostalgia isn't a time period. I'm kind of learning, even though I've been doing this pod for a while, it's kind of a feeling, I guess. So you're just looking at, so my co-host Kyle's just looking at me right now. And I'm wondering if I did anything wrong, or I just am like.
I think he's wondering if you've done anything right. I think it's.
Oh, and do you want to say anything? Or?
Welcome to Nostalgia. Kyle Mooney here.
So it's nostalgic is the name. Oh, nostalgia is the name of our show. No, but we are feeling nostalgic.
We got a great
always.
episode today. This guy has been killing it for years. He's great at interviewing, researching. A filmmaker, a film enthusiast. I actually did some film criticism in high school, which I thought was really incredible. And that's a time period we talk about a lot.
High school, yeah.
We're on our nostalgia podcast.
Yeah, we're nostalgic for it. And it was a great time, high school and junior high, and that time where we were growing up and discovering the world and
yourselves.
And ourselves.
Yeah. What were you guys like in high school?
And by the way, did we introduce our guest yet?
Oh, that was kind of like a nice intro, I thought.
Oh, yeah, it was a nice intro, but we didn't finish it with the name. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Sam Fragoso here.
Fragoso.
Yeah, the name did elude the intro.
So, and that's the final part of the intro, always, the name. Mm-hmm. Sam, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Sam, if you've listened to the pod,
and I do,
you know how we start things off.
Yeah, of course.
You're in the hot seat.
I know. I'm a little nervous.
What are you nostalgic for right now?
Yeah. And it can be anything. It can be like
he's listened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for trying to save me.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, just trying to make everybody comfortable.
Just a long-time fan of the show and the work. And I'm honestly nostalgic for that intro, which I thought was so lovely and
absolutely.
And generous. But for the film critic thing was a nice little touch, too.
Well, hopefully accurate. Hopefully I did my research. But yeah, I feel like
hopefully I did mine too.
I'm always curious when I talk to our guests
about nostalgia.
Yeah, exactly. Did you collect anything when you were a kid?
Great question.
Okay. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I had boy, this is actually bordering on sincere shit.
Hey, that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah. What did I collect? I collected a few things. I had I loved. Did you guys ever play that game Yu-Gi-Oh?
Oh yeah. Well, I
never played it. Was familiar with it.
Yeah, I collected Yu-Gi-Oh cards. It made me super popular amongst all my friends and classmates, and that's what I collected, I think.
Now I've two questions on the Yu-Gi-Oh front here.
Wow, can't believe you have two.
Are there monsters?
Yeah, I think there are monsters.
And was there like a card you really wanted, or was there a character you were always seeking?
Yeah, I don't remember that part, and I realize it's not a fruitful prompt. I think I had a lot of the cards.
And was Superman a part of that?
Jeez.
What, dude?
Nothing.
I'm nostalgic for Superman.
Superman.
I love that guy.
You're nostalgic for last week's box office opening. Yeah,
of course. That's something I'll always be nostalgic for.
Even though we are basically in the moment right now.
Oh yeah,
of your success with Superman.
Yes, and I can hold space for both.
Right, and you do famously hold space.
Thank you, brother.
I know. I remember it was a card game, and it was. I never did Pokemon. I never played Pokemon, but it was a card game. You would collect the cards, and you would. I think there was dueling, is what it was called. I feel like a lot of people watching and listening to this were Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah,
people.
I'm sure. Yeah. And do you now if.
That sounded like a joke, but it was totally sincere.
I think most of our fans are Yu-Gi-Oh people.
I actually think they are.
Yeah. No, I do. They
don't give a shit about Superman.
No, and that's fair and that's fine. Kyle, don't be scared.
I'm nervous that you guys are. There's tension.
Oh no,
yeah, no, not at all.
No.
Kind of like totally.
No, we're fine.
No,
yeah.
Honestly,
don't worry about us.
Never been better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're thriving.
Do you think if somebody walked through this door right now,
who?
If some
just a rando, nobody specific, just somebody, yeah.
And they I was gonna say they handed you a pack of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Mm-hmm. What would your reaction be? Do you think how you're in terms of a level of how nostalgic, how pleased, or not?
Someone walks into the Headgum Studios.
Like, hey, here's a pack of Yu-Gi-Oh cards from 2000 and
right. My first thought is, did they park in the lot? Because there's not a lot of spaces out there.
Yeah, there's not.
That's my first thought.
Okay, so you're not focusing on the pack of Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
And why this guy has them. Because
I'm considering how they're doing in the day. I would be super excited.
Okay, so
I would open the pack 100%. I still have them somewhere.
There is a sense of nostalgia.
There is a sense of nostalgia. Yeah, and then I had friends that played, and it was just like a thing to immerse yourself in.
Yeah. Okay, now Sam, I have a really serious question for you here.
Uh-oh.
Okay, you're 10 years younger than us, I imagine.
Yeah, exactly that. I was born in 94.
What generation are we calling that?
I'm a millennial.
So you're. I'm an older millennial.
And I'm a younger
millennial.
Nice.
Yeah. We can still get along.
Now,
Yeah.
I feel like there is a lot. I feel like nostalgia, and forgive me, I'm going to do my best to be articulate here. I feel like it aligns with the sort of tropes of how people refer to millennials. Like, I feel like a lot of us are nostalgic for our childhood and like kind of talk about the TV shows, the toys, the comic books, whatever we read. Like,
Well, it was a different time.
Jesus Christ.
It was totally different. You got
Every episode.
You got to remember, it was a totally different time when we were.
But I think that
It was 'cause it's like it. Well, I think you're into the smart comments. Like,
Yeah.
it was like a.
yeah, I think you're into smart comments.
I'm
Yeah.
so
Well,
into
it's like because like we're in a time now,
exactly.
but back then was
It was different.
a different time.
Yeah, for sure.
No.
But would you agree? I
would
feel that
agree.
I feel that, like, for instance, and I don't want to. I'm not an expert,
Absolutely.
but I feel like to some of the younger generations, I'm going to say Gen Z,
Yeah. Oh.
there are components of like millennials and their nostalgia that is cringy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you? Is that an accurate thing to say?
So you're saying, sorry, go on. That there's things that Gen Z is nostalgic about that you feel is.
No, I think that like
they find
millennials
our
have presented
nostalgia.
themselves as
Oh.
incredibly nostalgic people.
Yes.
And I think that can be annoying.
Yes. It is annoying to people. Yeah.
For
sure.
And it's specific to the millennials. It's not like, I would imagine every generation goes through that at some point. Maybe they're just not there. But
Well, speaking as somebody who, like, I think, and I am going to reference the previous conversation we had. Sam, I think one of the things that interested you about coming on our Nostalgia podcast was the fact that we've created work before
Yes.
that is based in nostalgia. And so, speaking for myself, I think I definitely care a lot about the materials and that I consumed as a child, and like it's very prevalent to me. And like
I remember you were like a big like comic book Superman guy, right?
yeah.
that is.
I can
no,
answer
that's-
for him. Yeah, he loved them growing up. He loved like the Daily Planet crew and kind of like the
Yeah.
relating to them because his mom was a sports writer growing up, so
Right.
he like loved the sports writer character.
Right.
Steve Lombard. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how much I cared about. So I remember the Lois and Clark show. I remember, obviously, I've seen the Christopher Reeves movies. I
Yeah.
haven't seen the new one yet.
No, me either.
Yeah, the new one is amazing.
Yeah. I even saw the one that Michael Shannon was in. I remember that one. Jesse
Yeah.
Eisenberg was in that.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 I can name the rest of the cast too.
But yeah,
Yeah,
I guess so. I really don't know that
Kelly.
I exactly
that
know
one I heard was really good.
which one with Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, the ones that Beck wasn't in, I thought
Oh no, they're all great, but the one I was in was great.
top notch.
Yeah, top notch.
No, I just
It was
remember
really good.
I am nostalgic for the early 2010s, which is when I was in high school, and I think a lot of people are nostalgic for parts of high school and the culture and the things you love then. And I thought, yeah, like you guys have made so much stuff about that time in your life. I was just curious what the two of you were like in like the mid 90s as teenagers, because you guys have made so much stuff about that time.
I was longboarding,
Yeah.
listening to Californication
And you grew up in Chicago.
in Chicago.
Right.
Yeah. I was dreaming of the coast,
Right.
you could say, and of the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I mean, we don't have to say because you did say.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I was playing sports, doing plays, singing, dancing, moving and grooving.
Jean Valjean and
Jean Valjean,
Les Miserables.
Les Miserables. That was sort of at the end of the 90s. It was
And you were the captain of the
lacrosse team? Sure.
Oh.
Yeah.
You took classes at Second City.
That's right, on the weekends, yeah. And what about Kyle was rapping?
I was in a hip hop group. I would describe. I would say I was like kind of not the most popular, but I was like probably the next level down.
Yeah. That's a good level.
Yeah.
Do you have any? Were there specific questions you had about high school, the high school experience?
I didn't come in with specific questions.
But I want to make sure you get. You're a guest on our show, and I don't want to put you on the spot.
Yeah.
But I want to make sure you get out of what you want this experience where you came here.
I've already gotten so much from this experience.
Okay.
Like I'm already like overwhelmed.
All right. Well, that brings us to one of our favorite segments.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask a question too. I'll ask one of our favorite questions as well after the segment.
Yeah.
So we want to put these on?
No, we probably don't have to. It's time for old school video games.
Ask an expert about
old school video games.
Oh, nice.
I think the idea was we call somebody.
Oh, right. We were going to call somebody. Do we have anybody we could call? Can we call somebody live on the show?
Nick Weiger has like a video game podcast. Do you want
Oh, cold calling Nick Weiger? That makes me.
Hey, give him a call.
Matt Apodaca also hosts. Like I have their number if you guys
We could also maybe just call or something.
Yeah,
like
let's call.
want.
100%. Yes.
All right, Kyle, you want to ask the question?
100%.
Yes. Yeah. Can somebody get a?
Yeah, I got you right here.
There's any.
Here we go. And
Which one are you calling?
there's one right by here.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's an associate. Okay.
Kyle is actually very good at prank phone calls. This is not a prank phone call.
I have no doubt. I mean, this is what you guys do on the Nostalgia podcast.
Yeah.
If I can help you.
Hey, how are you? I just had some questions about old school video games.
Okay.
Yeah, sort of Super Mario Brothers, Donkey Kong.
Like before how old school? I mean, for what?
Yeah, exactly. What are your thoughts?
No, but what do you want? Like, what are you looking for?
80s, 90s, nostalgia.
We don't have anything that vintage. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Who do you think the best video game character of all time is?
I wouldn't know. I just work here. I really don't play games. I'm on the PC streamers, Twitch live stream. So, like people just see me like most of the time and stuff, hang out. Hardly play games on it.
Oh, okay, no doubt. Well, we run a podcast called Nostalgia, and we were just talking to people. Thanks for your time.
Hey. Yeah, no problem. Have a great day.
All right, you too.
That was really sweet. And so wait, we asked an expert, we didn't really learn anything.
So, just to be clear, that expert doesn't play video games.
Yeah. Did he say he plays PC games?
I heard something about Twitch live streaming.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Yeah, PC games. Yeah.
Did I do okay?
Yeah, you did great. I think you did great because you didn't want to be rude. He was being genuine and
well, you were
sweet.
trying to have him
in.
tap into his expertise that he evidently did not have.
Yeah. But that's going to happen on our podcast.
On Ask an Expert. You
Yeah.
never know what the expert's going to say.
And
Now,
we did-
I love to ask everybody this question on our podcast
Yep.
about nostalgia. Is there given that we have like this thirst for nostalgia, this
Yeah.
appreciation for it, does that mean that something's broken about us?
Well, here's what I will
Kyle, do you want
say.
to take the broken question?
Like,
yeah.
there's something
do.
wrong with us, something
And
that
this-
we're missing in our
It has
present
been-
lives or whatever.
It has been pointed out to me before that I do, I'm especially into like Saturday morning cartoons and action figures from the 80s and 90s.
You collect VHS tapes.
Yeah, and VHS tapes, absolutely. And I do think of that period, let's say from from 1985, whenever I first became conscious, to probably like 1997, 98, all that stuff is very much in the forefront of my mind. And a lot of that existed, I hate to say it, prior to my parents splitting up. So I wonder if there is any sort of link in this was a moment in time when I was generally happy.
Right. And when did they split up?
They separated probably 95, but then it was sort of a long.
Okay, so you were 11.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And then it was a long split.
Yeah.
Got it. And when does your nostalgia period cut off?
Well, that's the thing. I feel because like I made this movie Y2K that's about like the turn of the millennium, right? But I think that classically the stuff that I care about the most is like the era of like Ninja Turtles, Transformers, DuckTales, etc. Like kind of the crossover from the 80s to the 90s is probably the period that I most think about.
Yeah. And because you were happier then.
Well, it's a theory. I'm not saying that it's
not a bad
true,
theory.
but like I feel like it's an answer to your
Beck,
question.
Yeah.
It's tough for him because his parents are together.
Right.
So he's had kind of just I'm steady line of happiness.
Yeah, I don't really thirst for an era. I'm doing the podcast with my man because I know about the divorce stuff and I feel bad for him.
Right.
So I'm trying to.
That was sort of
I'm just like, I'm loving every moment.
You're
What's
loving
up?
it.
Yeah.
You're nostalgic for the things to come.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Because I have so much coming down the pipe.
Yeah. You do. Superman 2, 3, 4.
We've been talking about it.
Yeah. But it's good. Like it's so nice that you're like showing up for him in an emotional support.
No, Beck. Of
course, he's my
kind of way.
He does, and we try to go both ways.
Yeah, it comes both ways. Comes out and it goes in.
Yeah, famously.
Yeah. He gives it to me too.
Yeah, I was trying to think. I was trying to use your framework, and I'm just going to move right on from that.
Sometimes you got to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I should stick with it. I like that. So there's like a 12-year window where that you were fond of. My parents split up before I was 1.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm nostalgic for the 10 months in which they were together.
So maybe that disproves this theory because you think it
was 1994, which was a pretty good year in movies, and some good stuff happening. Yeah. I don't know if it disproves the theory. I like the theory.
You're still you consider yourself a nostalgic person. And that's
I was like the type of kid and I started writing young, and I was at these festivals and in these settings where I was the youngest person. I was often called like an old soul,
right?
Which is a terrible thing to call yourself and a fine thing for someone else to call you. Like I would never say that,
right?
Like, I wouldn't be like that, but that's what people would say. And so part of that was like having an interest in the past and being a little obsessed with it.
But you're also being forward thinking and like almost, I hate to say it, arguably career driven and like thinking about your life maybe outside of being a child.
Yeah.
You're growing up. You grew up too fast, man.
Too fast.
Well, that was the episode
nostalgia.
of nostalgia. Obviously, it was great having Sam.
We want to thank not only Sam but also the people at for their video game expertise.
Yes, thanks for getting on the phone with us to talk about all things video games.
And there could have been just a touch more of things.
Yeah.
From the expertise side.
At least they,
but it left something to be desired.
I had fun.
And you know what? I gotta be honest. I'm already nostalgic for this episode because this was one of the best ones we've ever done.
And we're gonna close it out how we close out every episode of nostalgia with Beck and Kyle.
Yeah,
with the donkey song.
Hee haw hee hee haw hee haw hee hee haw hee haw hee hee haw.
Hey, everybody, donkey like this. Thanks so much, guys.
Okay.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back.
Welcome back. Well, we tried out
to What's Our Podcast.
Yeah, we gave the Nostalgia Podcast a run for its money. I thought it was great. I had a lot of fun. It was great talking to an
insight.
expert.
Yeah, and the experts were experting for sure.
Yeah, I want to shout out our producers Anya and Casey who were back there, and I think they knew just the right segment to throw to because that's the first time we've had an Ask an Expert, and I'm really happy that you were here for it, Sam, because I think it went pretty well, and just the idea of getting somebody on the phone is to me a big
really set the bar low
in this era of just like being disconnected and not often talking to each other and feeling the sirens in the distance. Right. Like there's
It's like, just pick up the phone.
Just pick up the phone and
make
call.
The call. See, like, how you doing, man?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
Everyone's always buried in their phones.
And like the Yelp reviews and everything.
Yeah, the Yelp. There's a lot of
Just get on
Yelp
the
reviews. It's nice to just hear someone else's voice.
Connect.
It really was nice, and I think great customer service in the sense that like I felt like that person.
He was game for anything.
Yeah.
He could have been rude. He could have
Yes.
been like, I'm sorry, I'm busy. You know?
Game for anything, except for actual games.
Yeah. Except for gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
Sam, I got to say, it really has been such a pleasure.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
sorry, go on.
No, I feel like I feel like, speaking personally, and I feel like I got to see one of the greats in action, and I feel like the way you were in tune with us was really inspirational, because I would love to bring that energy to our guests, and that level of research. What it does is it shows that you care,
Mm-hmm.
and that is
Exactly.
meaningful.
I do care.
Yeah. And that's what that is something that I worry about when I don't do any research. I'm wondering if my guests feel like I don't care, even though I do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know.
It was an honor to be here. Super excited to check out Superman. No, but honestly, it was a total joy.
Is there anything you want
Superman
to
excited
plug
for you
while
to
you're
check out
here?
too.
I want to plug. Beck's in the film Superman. I think
Thank
that
you.
should be. I feel like that hasn't really been said enough.
Exactly.
I just want to get out in front of it.
Yeah,
need to
no,
see
let's
that
get out in
movie.
front of it and put it out there. I'm in Superman. I play
Superman.
Steve Lombard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was a journalist?
Yeah,
Right?
sports
With a
journalist, yeah.
mustache.
With a mustache.
Dissimilar to your mother, but a little bit similar. I host a podcast. It's called Talk Easy.
It's an incredible
9
podcast.
years running, man.
That's
Yeah.
so incredible.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
If you don't know about it already, go check it out. You're going to want to listen. Me and Kyle haven't been guests yet, but we're
And-
being told we will someday, which would be cool. Get some stuff out of us. We'll see what's in there, but yeah.
And like Beck said, nostalgia, great topic, and I am, and you know what? You said you were nostalgic for.
I got to run.
Okay, I think we will look back on this period 5 years from now and be nostalgic for it. So I think
Yeah.
there's something to say about these days and this time with great people.
Yeah.
I agree. And I look forward to seeing you guys again. Thank you for having me on.
Thanks for being here, Sam.
This was fantastic.
What's our podcast? What's it gonna be about?
Tell us.
What's our podcast? What should we talk about?
With Beck and Kyle.
That was a Headgum podcast.